It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Howell, first play, going to throw it. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's.
Certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Now Hall to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Browns very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Groves. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Groves. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on there.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. If you look at this Browns defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
To throw on third down. Groves. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another touch for Davis Price. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Completes it to Davis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If you look at the Steeler defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Howell from the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The Steelers at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Groves being chased out left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Groves. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. Hall on a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Groves. Got an open man. It's Washington. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Groves. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll give to Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Howell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here is third and quite a ways. Faking the handoff, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, a run with Hall. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Groves. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Running left, it's Hall. Down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 45. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 36-yard line.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Groves. And his throw is incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
On third down, Groves. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on fourth down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Able to get away. Flushed out right. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Howell. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. And Howell will throw it. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7. And once more, Howell back to the air. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Howell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A final shot before break. Groves. That one downfield for Dotson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
They're on the 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on second down. Groves. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st and 10, Groves. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Groves. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And quickly they get to the line. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cleveland.
Hal now to throw it. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Howell. gets this one to Davis Price. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now he'll look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ben Skowronek, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Groves looking deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and a couple. Davis Price once more. Shifts past him at the 45. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Browns.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, That can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 30. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Groves. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Derek Hall from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Groves. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Groves. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Tackled that time by Derek Hall.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. To throw on second down, Groves. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Davis Price up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, Davis Price. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Tucker's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Back to throw. He has Mayer complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
He'll look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
79 Bronco. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Hurt.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long, that throw. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Here now, 3rd down.
Go street.
Back to throw. Groves. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18.
going to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they